Hi, and welcome to Deborah Smith Music Video Tutorials, Level 3, Section 2, Intervals. To identify a written interval, count up the number of notes or letter names, including the given notes, to determine the number of the interval. Then, determine whether the highest note of the interval is in the major scale belonging to the lowest note of the interval. If it is, then the interval is either major or perfect. In the given interval, if we count up beginning on C and ending on B, we will get the number 7. As the top note of this interval, B, is the 7th note of C major, this interval is a major 7th. If the top note does not belong to the major scale of the bottom note, then you'll need to determine how it is different from the major or perfect interval with the same note names. This interval is 1 semitone smaller than the major 7th was because the B has been lowered to B flat, and therefore it is a minor 7th. When identifying intervals in a melody, you will need to work each interval out as a separate pair of notes. To work out the interval, remember the quality is defined by the bottom note. Remember that the key signature may alter one or both of the notes within the bracketed interval. The first pair of bracketed notes in this example is G up to B. Neither of these notes is affected by the F sharp in the key signature. As G is the bottom or lower note, we need to consider the G major scale. As B is the 3rd note of the G major scale, this interval is called a major 3rd. The second pair of bracketed notes is affected by the key signature. The lowest note is D and the upper note is F sharp. As D is the bottom or lower note, we need to consider the D major scale. F sharp is the 3rd note of the D major scale. Therefore, this interval is another major 3rd. For more information and resources, visit dsmusic.com.au.